Someone messaged me last week and said, Mjeri, I have 800,000 Kenya shillings. Can I build a single bedroom house with that? Now, before I answer that, let me be upfront with you about something. Every number I am about to give you in this video is a planning figure. It is here to help you think and budget in the right direction. That means it is not a quote. Your actual cost will depend on your soil type, your location, your design, and your finishing choices. I will explain why that matters as we go. Because here is the truth. The number is not really the problem. It is what that number is being spent on that determines whether you build a house or you build a headache. So, stick with me. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly where your money goes when you build a single bedroom in Kenya, stage by stage, and the one mistake that quietly eats budgets faster than anything else. A single bedroom house is usually the starting point. Maybe it is for rental income. Maybe it is the first structure on your plot before the bigger family home comes later. Or maybe it is for your parents upcountry. Whatever the reason, this is often someone first build, and first builds are where expensive lessons happen because you are learning with the real money. So, let's walk through it together the way I would with a client sitting right across from me. And we will start where every good build starts, underground. Everything begins with the foundation. And this is where people underestimate the most. For a single bedroom unit, roughly 400 to 500 square feet, your foundation work from excavation to hardcore filling to the concrete footing and the walling up to the damp-proof course will typically fall somewhere between 150,000 Kenya shillings to 250,000 Kenya shillings. Again, that is a planning range, not a quote. Here is why that range is too wide. Your soil type changes everything. Rocky ground, like you will find in the parts of Kiambu, means less excavation work. Black cotton soil, on the other hand, often needs a deeper, reinforced foundation, and that adds cost quickly, which is exactly why a soil test before you even set a budget is not optional. It is the difference between a number that is real for your plot and a number that is just a guess. Once your foundation is solid, you are ready to go up. And that brings us to the walls. Once you are above the ground, you are now paying for walling material, and this is where your choices really starts to shape the final number. If you're using machine cut stone, which is common to areas like Kiambu and Kajiado, thanks to local quarries, plan for somewhere around 300,000 Kenya shillings to 400,000 Kenya shillings for the walling stage. Blocks, mortar, and labor included. Go with concrete blocks instead, and that figure shifts a little depending on your region, since transport and material availability change from town to town. Here is a tip I give every client at this stage. Don't just ask how much per stone, ask how much per square meter of completed wall, labor included. That single question protects you from a lot of surprises later. Now, once your walls are up, there is only one direction left to go, and that is over your head. Let's talk roofing. Roofing is where people either save smart or lose money very fast. For a single bedroom house, a single gable or monopitch roof using timber trusses and iron sheets will generally plan out at 150,000 Kenya shillings and 220,000 Kenya shillings, covering timber, roofing sheets, ridge caps, and labor. Upgrade to tiles or more complex design and the number goes up, sometimes significantly. My honest advice: for a single bedroom unit, keep the roof design simple. Save the architectural statement roof for your bigger house later. At this point, your house has a shape. It has a shell, but it is not livable yet. And this next stage is the one I really need you to pay attention to. This is the stage nobody plans for properly, and it is the one that will humble you if you are not careful. Plastering, flooring, doors, windows, electrical wiring, plumbing, and painting for a single bedroom house finishes typically plan out between 250,000 Kenya shillings and 400,000 Kenya shillings. And that is assuming standard mid-range finishes, not luxury, not bare minimum, standard. Here is the mistake I see over and over. Someone builds a beautiful shell, walls up, roof on, and then runs out of money right at finishing. The house sits there, half-dressed, for months, sometimes years. So, when you are planning your budget, don't just ask how much to put up the structure. Ask how much to hand me the keys. Those are two very different numbers. And only one of them gives you a house that you can actually live in or rent it out. Now, let's put it all together. Foundation, walling, roofing, and finishes for a modest single bedroom house. As a planning range, you are realistically looking at somewhere between 850,000 Kenya shillings and 1.3 million Kenya shillings, depending on your soil, location, and finishing choices. And I want to say this clearly because it matters. Anyone who gives you one fixed number without ever asking you about your plot, your soil, or your location is guessing. A real accurate budget only comes from an actual site visit and a proper bill of quantities. Everything I have shared today is meant to prepare you for that conversation, not to replace it. Here is what I want you to walk away with. Building a single bedroom house is not about chasing the cheapest quotes. It is about understanding where every shilling is going, so nothing catches you off guard halfway through. If you're planning a build and you want a proper, personalized breakdown for your specific plot, drop the word budget in the comments right now, and my team will reach out to you directly. And if this helped you see your numbers more clearly, hit subscribe. I'm Jerry from Veewave Enterprises, your trusted partner in building smarter, stronger, and stress-free in Kenya. Until next time, let's keep building excellence together.